How would you describe the feeling in the room and amongst the coaching staff after finally getting it?
It hasn't been a lot of fun. I mean, I mentioned that this morning. There's parts of our games that we've liked, and then there's been parts that have cost us. And tonight I thought we did a pretty good job of playing a more complete 60 minutes. Second period, a little bit we allowed New York to play their game, but we got back to it. And I guess the overall feeling, Eric, to answer your question, there is a little bit of relief. I mean, now it's an opportunity for the guys just to catch their breath and now just go play the game.
And like, to me, I guess the question I'll ask is, what was different between this game and I thought the last three? They seemed pretty similar in terms of relatively complete effort.
Yeah. We didn't take penalties tonight. I think that's the number one thing that you have to look for. You don't tax certain players too much. I mean, I think Mackenzie Weegar only played 22 minutes tonight, which is down for him. We had key saves at the right time. And then tonight, as stupid as it is, we got a few bounces that went our way for tonight. I thought early in the first period there when Sharon Govich broke his stick coming in on that chance that he had, I was like, here we go. But we got a few bounces tonight, and the guys stuck with it.
What was your, I guess, kind of early impression of that line of Frost with Kadri and Huberdeau?
I liked it. I really did. I thought there was a little bit of creativity to it, where there was three guys that were trying to make some plays, especially through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. I think that's where they can be a good line for us, and we'll see. We'll give them another chance to go there. I think Naz likes it a little bit because he's got another center on that line. That Morgan was our best centerman, best face-off man tonight, and I think it just gives you options as to who's feeling better in the circle. So I think it worked tonight.
That sort of one-on-one attack play that Connor Zary makes that leads to Yegor's goal, is he more likely to make that kind of play as a centerman?
That's a good question. I mean, most times centerman's coming behind the play, so they have the ability to do that. I don't know, because we've seen him do that in the past. That's kind of the way Connor plays the game. A lot of the chances that he had, if you remember last year, they were through people a lot of times and he'd hit the post or miss the net. That's typically the type of opportunity or chance that he creates through his one-on-one ability. So
regardless of position, is that a good sign that we're maybe seeing him try a little bit more of that?
Sure. Absolutely. Listen, I think trying to find a little bit of something on a line, chemistry. I was happy to see Sharon Govich score tonight. I think Farabee's been around it again. Connor, he worked tonight, and it's something that we've asked him to do, is take a little bit more of the center ice position on with Marty's injury and, moving people around a little bit. And I think he's done a good job with it.
Ryan, can you just talk about that penalty kill relatively early in the third? A pivotal point, not only to kill it off, but also to get the shorthanded goal.
That was big for us, for sure, because we haven't really had an overly clean penalty kill night in a long time. And they had some opportunities on it. And as I talked about, Dustin made some saves, but you need your goaltender to be your best penalty killer. And, the shorthanded goal was nice, because I felt like that kind of gave the breathing room for us to know we were going to finish it off.
Ryan, you've mentioned Sharon Govich a couple times now. What have you seen in these two games since he's gotten back in?
I think he's got more urgency in his game. He's around the puck a little bit more right now. I've seen them make some plays in the offensive zone because of him holding on to it for a little bit longer instead of being a one and done guy. I just think the urgency to be around the puck and to have the puck is quite a bit different than what we saw the couple games prior to him being taken out of the lineup.
With Matt Coronado not in the lineup tonight, what are you hoping he returns and brings?
Just for Matt to be Matt, not feel like he's got to do something every shift. It's just go out there and play his game. Because when Matt does that, for me, his work ethic is never in question. He's a try too hard guy. Sometimes he wants to help the team in whatever way he can. But sometimes if you try too hard, it just doesn't work. You just complicate it. So for him, it's just come back in the lineup, feel good about the quality of player that he is, know he's a good player, and just go play the game. That's it. His work ethic's always going to be there. For him, it's just go play the game.
Sam Honza got his first point the other night, and he brings one off the post. Is he close to a breakout offensively?
I think so. He hit a crossbar somewhere a few games back on one of our games as well. I think it was at home here, if I'm not mistaken. But I like the way he's playing right now. He's got good pace to his game. I think he's getting more and more confident every game. And really, the best we've seen Michael and Blake play are when he's been on their wing. So I think he's been a nice complement to that line.
What do you see in him? Suddenly Blake's up to 5 goals. Like, what do you see out of him, especially of late?
I poked fun at him a while ago about his hands maybe not being the greatest. But the one thing that Blake does is he goes to the net very hard, and he sticks around the front of the net, and he finds a way to muscle pucks in or put pucks into the net however possible. So to me, he's a workhorse for our team. He's an energy guy, and he's a glue guy.
Did he take the fun poking the right
Oh,
way?
he always does. Yeah, he always does. Yeah.
With Kadri, obviously scores and then scores again in this one. Did it kind of just feel like a matter of time, like once he got one, they'd start coming in bunches for him?
That's usually the way Naz goes. I mean, if I remember a few years prior, I think he went 10 games to start the year without scoring one. And then he gets hot and rolling. So typically Naz, he gets on those streaks. So the hope is he's going to stay on it now.